trying to get that light so I don't look terrible. We talking about a lot of stuff.
Well, basically, we're working on an airport job, guys. We're working on an airport job. This weekend, I came in contact with a younger lady, and she ended up working at the airport.
Mm-hmm.
So she's like, well, instead of going to this job fair, because it was like, how crazy. I was looking at this job fair that's up at the airport in a couple days. And she's like, well, that's cool and all, but what if, we get you an application in a couple months, like when they're hiring, and you put my name on there as a recommendation.
Mm-hmm. Which means you need to build a relationship with her so she's not just talking, but
Exactly.
she actually sees you as someone she wants to look out for.
Exactly.
This is how y'all get finessed, because everybody's used to somebody wanting something for nothing. So as soon as somebody comes and pays you a little attention, they take something from you. But in the authentic space, someone who values relationship, we understand I made a connection. That connection is only as strong as I nurture that connection. So you got to pay attention.
Exactly.
It looks the same, but it don't feel the same. Keep
That was
going.
my first thought, because essentially we follow each other on Instagram that night, and then the next day she texted me I texted her on Instagram because she followed me back.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, hey, she asked me what I was doing. I said I was going to work. So at that point, I'm not really talking anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And so I sent her my number, and then the next day she texted me, and then we were like, hey, got numbers. And then today she's coming back saying that.
So she's making effort and engagement.
Exactly. So as far as, because thing is one,
This is how you read friendships: effort and engagement. If you want, if you don't know how to be a friend, effort and engagement. Go ahead, I'm listening.
as far as me communicating with her, I'm trying to find my flow, because I don't want to come off as, hey girl, hey girl, hey girl,
Mhm.
hey girl, because that's not who I am, for one. And I
Yeah,
don't want to create a vibe that I cannot maintain.
yeah.
Two,
Why don't you ask her?
ask her about what do you like to talk about?
Say, hey, I'd like to open up communication with you, but what is your communication style? What do you like to talk about? How
That
does
is
it
good.
how does it
That's a
flow?
good question.
Yeah, so you're asking a question, and it's kind of a leading question to where you're like, how does it flow?
Right.
The frequency, those
You
types
did
of things. Yeah.
Subsection.
Yeah, so we make sure that we pick up a vibe.
Which is good, because that's about being intentional with what I'm doing, and not just,
Yeah.
I don't know what to do. I don't do that.
And then she'll be like, oh my gosh, she's coming on so strong. Well, it's because I'm doing what I believe good communication is based off of something that I desire. I desire to establish a relationship with you. So I'm going to show up. But if you don't align with what showing up looks like for the other person, that way you be like, okay, you like this amount of communication, you like this amount of communication. What's a nice in between for us? That way we can know I'm not gonna push yours and I'm not gonna undercut yours, and we're meeting in the middle so we could vibe. It's a vibe because I'm moving, but sometimes something may be real exciting, so I'm doing me. I gotta do me. So there's a space for you to be you, but there's a space for you to honor them, and vice versa. And that's how you build a relationship. That's honestly how you build a relationship. So if you're interested in building a relationship with this young lady, say, hey, I'm interested in building a relationship with you, so let's talk communication styles, because I don't want to, because I want to speak in the positive, because I want to align with how you speak. And of course, you're going to use your language, right?
Mm-hmm.
I want to align with how you communicate, how you speak, and I could also let you know my style, so then we could figure out a flow. So you're letting her know. She's not like, oh, you're being weird. You're telling her what you're doing, why you're doing it, and the reason why, right?
Right.
So
because everyone kind of, not necessarily trauma, but everybody has a reason to why they don't accept this for happening. So if I don't text her 2 days in a row, or if I don't text someone in 2 days in a row, someone in their past might have triggered abandonment. So they might sense me as not talking to them as the same thing, but really I'm just like, I got nothing to talk about.
Because they're used to calling into their vibrational point what they're used to calling to their vibrational point. And up until you, because you are brought into people's lives to elevate their vibrational point.
Exactly.
And so up until you, so whatever, that's why I tell people, whatever you've been praying, that's why I'm in your life. Whatever the prayers are, whether you know you're praying or not, that you're putting into the universe. If I come into your field of awareness, you called me in, because I don't do anything for no reason. And so you have to understand that this young lady's energetic vibrational point, if she chooses to respond to you this way, this young lady's energetic vibrational point has called in the same people. So now she has tracked it, and she was like, when someone does this, this is what it means. When someone does this, this is what it means. But now she has called in someone of a different, and you recognize them because they talk different. But it's familiar but different. There's more to that, but I don't have time to fish that out, because when they play, like I said, when they're playing you, it looks exactly the same. It's just weak and flimsy. So you have to pay attention. Is it weak and flimsy? Is it consistent? Consistency is key. Nobody can keep anything up that isn't authentic to them. The only thing an inauthentic person can do is eventually become authentically them, which is their inconsistency, right? Everybody has to move in their authenticity. Inauthenticity is not sustainable. So that's why someone would say, wait 90 days, because their authentic self is going to come out in those 90 days. No one is going to be able to pretend. That's why they say, what, it takes 30, 40 days to create a new habit? Give him 40 days. Give her 40 days. Ain't nobody gonna hold the line. And if you're real important, that's why I used to tell Adoy, before you give up your snatch, wait 4 weeks. 3 weeks is the cutoff, unless y'all have gotten stronger, and y'all I don't think y'all's will has gotten stronger. Your game's gotten stronger, but I don't think y'all's will has gotten stronger.
Well, I mean, they start getting messy. So as far as if you do go to another girl, I'm a sense that your communication might slow down. Or...
Please stop.
I'm like, stop what? What did I do?
He knows what he's doing.
Yeah, no, I thought you were talking to me. I was like,
Yeah, you like a mother gorilla, and you got the little baby gorillas. Yeah, so wait 4 weeks. Most people cannot maintain character for 4 weeks. And if they do, push it the whole 40 days. If they do, push it the whole 60. Do not get pressured into doing anything. Don't get pressured into being somebody's friend. Don't get pressured into giving somebody a ride. Don't get pressured into doing anything. And even if you see someone in distress and you're like, well, I should help them. No. Is it safe for you?
Taking help as well.
Taking help, is it safe for you? If it's not safe for you, don't take it. I'm sorry, sis, I'm gonna stay safely in my car and make that phone call for you. I'm sorry, because the unfortunate world that we live in, and watch, every piece of advice that I've ever given, I've given the opposite advice. Okay, it's safe now. So one day in the, I pray near future, because God is miraculous and moves expeditiously. One day I will be delivering the message. Make sure you look out for sis. I don't care what the circumstances are, but today in this world of hell that we live in, you can't look out for anybody unless it's safe for you to look out for them. That's the state of humanity we live in.
Okay.
I don't know where I went there.
Were we talking about being appealing to the black women?
Oh yeah, we were talking about being appealing to the black women.
As far as Lonnie is the undressed version of you guys.
I'm the undressed. When you go home and take everything off and you want to live in your just yourself, that's me. And Adoy is working on becoming her version of a black woman. And I was talking about my 20s, and I was, shoot, if I was 20 today, I'd bust down. I loved it. And so then, boom, thank you. I was saying that I did it not because I was hot girl season. I did it because if I'm going to do it, I'm going to be the best. I was promiscuous because if I'm going to do it, I'm going to be the best. So I had to rack up some numbers in order to perfect my craft. I could have tested the same person, but they wouldn't allow. Guys willing to let you get the numbers up aren't the guys that's willing to date you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's funny. It's a silly little joke that they always play, but it's just like, when will the girls learn?
Now.
They don't want it after they've gotten it.
They don't want it after, because the whole point was to get it.
And
the thrill of the
chase.
And
the fact that you let it happen so easily.
So easily. Let's talk about that prize you sitting on.